Hi, this is Carrie again. I'm having a great day, and it's great to talk to you guys. And this is actually my desk, my at-home work desk, where I do my writing for the Healthy Planet magazine. It's my first writing as far as journalism goes. And but I am a great writer from what I've hear. The article went over extremely well with everybody I showed to. So yeah, that's where I am in my life right now. But if you want to know some background, I am 37 years old. I was born in 1985. So I'm a child, youngest child of baby boomers. I call them the anti-hippies, because they weren't hippies, but their daughter turned into one, so, it just is what it is. I ended up dropping out of high school, and because I got mono my freshman year, and I would have been a year behind. And if I would have spent that year behind in high school, I would have never went to college. I would have been very discouraged. Now, the fact that I dropped out, got my GED the first try, and I even got it a week before my graduating class of 04 got their diplomas. So it was a big fuck you to them, because high school was pretty damn miserable. I think school was pretty damn miserable for most of us, especially ones that feel deeper than most of the majority. And so I went to St. Louis Community College, Merrimack, where I decided to study mostly in the psychology and media fields, as well as writing. I was a published writer in college, and then the following year I became an awarded editor, and I had to leave 2 classes shy due to mental reasons or mental illness. It was best that I left college, and I thought, okay, the right thing to do is start working. And I worked retail. I did work retail at Michael's, because I'm a crafty person, I guess. And but yeah, I also worked at Big Lots. I was, working retail from the majority of a decade. I worked many a Black Friday, and I called it Retail Deal D-Day because I don't know why I handled it so well under pressure, but I always did. I don't know how. But yeah, at age 29, because I had always had lower back problems since about at the age of 12. As a young child, about in middle school, I had a mild scoliosis that was noticed by a pediatric orthopedic, and so I got a diagnosis because it was getting worse, and I had to miss a lot of work because of those back problems. And I also applied for disability, which it's what I had to do. It's not like I didn't go out to the workforce and give it a good old college try, right? And so I did my best. I was diagnosed with ankylosing spondylitis. If anybody watched the movie The Dirt, the Motley Crue movie that was on Netflix a couple years back, I have the same disease as the bassist from that band. And there is a member of Imagine Dragons that has that same disease. Most people have genetic markers. I am even more rare of a case because I do not have genetic markers. Most ERs are not equipped to handle somebody in my condition. Ankylosing spondylitis, feel free to look it up. It is a pain in the ass to spell. But it's ANKYL. Crap. Yeah, I might as well just write it down. But ANKY Sponda, yeah. Yeah, I'm better at writing it than spelling it. I'm a very visual learner. Also, I found out recently, it's weird because I had every special school district test under the sun. They didn't even find out the ADD until about 18. And they found out about, really, I just had bipolar depression at 14. At that age, I felt like I was having pills shoved down my mouth and it wasn't my choice. Now I know that it keeps me stable, it gives me stability, and yes, I'm getting back to me again. I am freshly out of a 2-year abusive relationship, and before that I was in a 15-year relationship, and we were married 5 of those 15 years, and so I had an affair. I was upfront with everything. I did not deny it, and we had very different opinions on intimacy issues that we had struggled with, and yes, I may have done the deed that hurt him, but there was so much ignored that hurt me as well. And so being single in your 30s is kind of like running after a bike downhill on fire. And it's just, it's a nightmare. And so Twitter can burn to the ground, or not Twitter, Tinder can burn to the ground for all I care. Honestly, yeah, I don't know. I'm from the good old days where people used to actually, meet each other out and about. And yeah, if you meet your soulmate on a dating app, good for you. But I'm sorry, no more fuckboys. I can't deal with that. I'm too old for that crap, as I say. But back to the main point I was getting at. Ankylosing spondylitis attacks every joint, it's an autoimmune disease, which autoimmune means your body attacks its own self. And so it is a degenerative disease. I see a rheumatologist for it. I am going to, in the McGill pain scale, it is equal to prepared pregnancy every day of my life until I die. And after that diagnosis at 29, I had a real big acceptance period where I did go through a spiritual awakening around the age of 30. And that was right after I got married. And after that diagnosis, I thought, okay, half my life is over. And when actually it was just beginning. And my book of life, which I probably will end up writing a book. Everybody says you should write a book, Carrie. Yeah, I might eventually get there. I really am interested in advancing in my music vocally, and for right now, and also, I'm always going to write. If it's in a journal, if it's in a laptop, and then about 2-3 years ago, I found out that I had fibromyalgia. Didn't faze me. Back when I went through that acceptance period, I felt like I had literally stared my own mortality right in its eyes. And I fear nothing. I do not fear death. I make each day the best I can, the best possible. Even if that day means that I need to be in bed and rest. Yeah, chronic fatigue and painsomnia together is it's challenging. Yeah, it's just full-blown a pain in the ass. Like I said, it's the most consistent thing in my life, and this disease doesn't give a fuck about your feelings. And I can handle my mental problems, my mental illness issues, and I can handle my pain the best I can to keep me comfortable and give me quality of life. And so I can handle my health, but when they're both on top of me, I get very, very overwhelmed. And so, yeah, it'll bring you to tears. It's taken everything from me, or I feel like there's nothing anyone can take from me that I haven't already had taken. I did not choose this. I really didn't. So that's gonna be about my bio. I did forget to mention that when I was in college, the media aspect, I did work for 2 major radio stations here in St. Louis. KZK 102.5, and that was for CBS Radio. Thank you, Tucker. This is Tucker. He had to interrupt the video. Say hi, Tucker. Alright, whatever. There we go. No, we're not doing this again. He's gonna jump up here again, probably. But, yes, KZK was part of CBS Radio. So that was really cool working for them. And, my goddamn lipstick got on my teeth, and I can see it because I'm videotaping it. It's weird because I'm just now getting used to this platform. Never was even a big fan of FaceTime. I'm evolving, let's just say. And no filter. I ain't holding back. I have nothing to lose. And I'm out living life. But I do miss those days in college because they were internships, and I also had another one at KSHE 95, which is real rock radio. A lot of all the hair bands from the 80s, heavy metal. I mean, just the vinyl collection. Oh yeah, I was a rave DJ, vinyl DJ, that actually took training your ear to beat match, because apparently people have CDJs that pretty much do all the hard work for them. So I don't know how I feel. I've been out of the party scene, and I'm kind of glad, because from what I hear, the vibe is not the same at all. And I'm not missing out on anything. I also, do you like the tiara today, guys? I thought I'd do something different. I do have a couple tiaras, just because I feel like a princess sometimes. But, yeah, since I have you, I would like to show you a couple of things to get started here. This is amethyst, some amethyst that's been straight off the, these two have been directly from mines that I just randomly found. Amethyst is a wonderful healing stone. I give it to all my friends. When I give a stone, it is very sacred, because I am an eclectic witch. I'm not big on titles, but there's a lot of titles that, or a lot of names that fall into, like, I am an indigo child, I'm a starseed, I'm a spiritual being, I am the divine feminine, was my other alias on Facebook that Facebook erased me. So that will be for another episode. And so when I gift a stone, and especially amethyst is usually great for if somebody's going through a tough time and having some issues, physically or mentally, with gemstones and crystals. It's my favorite way to help myself and others heal, because when I go into the metaphysical stores, the stone exactly I need, I am always drawn to. And so, and actually I was drawn to this today, so I probably need it as well. And I will show you one more thing, because I love music. I'll be a musician and rocker till the day I die. I know I'm not wearing all black, so I'm not witchy and punk rock right now. Yeah, party on with a tuning fork. But this is 528 hertz. This sound has been said to repair DNA, among other things. And you can see somebody like me who is a highly sensitive person. Sorry here. A highly sensitive person They call them HSP because there may be a link to, they're scientifically keeping an eye on people that have autoimmune diseases that they tend to have trauma, I believe. You know what? I just lost my train of thought, so alright, I'll get off topic. I'm just gonna warn you now. My brain goes all over the place. So I can't help it. But as far as this goes, anybody can find one on Amazon. There's other tuning forks that provide other sound healing necessities. So if you're into spirituality and are into healing, this you can go to just search online. I mean, because I actually got this off Amazon. Just because I'm disabled and it is very hard to get out of the house all the time. So that's why I'm in my house. And my idiot of an ex decided to wreck my car, and my credit was too shitty enough to get me back into one. So yeah, it'll take me a while, some triumphs. I'm still getting back on my feet. And before my cat, stop scratching that. Stop. Oh, living with 4 cats. And honestly, and I have 2 male ducks outside. It's me and 1 female cat. And then 5 males. I'm literally living amongst a sausage party. This is just like, there's no femininity. It's all, well, I'm used to always hanging out. And always could be a woman that could hang with the boys. Kind of put them to shame, too. Because I always loved racing back in high school. My little yellow neon that got a lot of attention, apparently. And to be the guy racing, yeah. Back then, in the early 2000s, yes. That was a rush. Back before more female empowerment today. Because women, we can do everything, and men, you can do everything. We all just need to be seen as equals. And please forgive me, but yes, I also include the LGBTQ plus community, full circle, and I am very supportive of all sexes, and I'm always unsure, and I never want to offend anybody, so I always ask what that person prefers to be referred as, because it's their choice. And well, no, it's not their choice. It's how they felt, what kind of sex they had been most of their lives, all of their lives. But yeah, I've been very supportive of the St. Louis Pride Parade weekend every year here, and it is a lot of fun. Also in St. Louis, we have the Naked Bike Race, or bike ride. And so I'm going to wrap it up here. Anyway, Mini Buddha says peace. And Carrie says rock on. You have a wonderful Wednesday. And keep doing what you're doing. Keep being you. Keep being the authentic, unique, best version of you. And each day be better than the day before. And your life will start turning around. And put good out there. Be kind to each other. Because we forget that more than anything. It costs $0 to be kind to someone. So, Princess Carrie, signing out.